to reach people and just to communicate to people. Tell people and introduce people that has never seen you before, right? Just to say, who am I? I'm TOPFORM WEAR CEO, my clothing brand. I say the philosophical clothing brand, the brand that tell you to use your will to power, right? Because yeah, it's important to understand those words. Use your will to power. Make the sacrifice, pay the price. So TOPFORM founding principle is all about life requires sacrifices. The beauty of life, it requires sacrifices. And it's so and as I said in numerous occasions and different videos, right? The sacrifice life requires money can't buy those sacrifices. Right? And there's not one person that's going to be leaving this blue spinning planet without life ask you, did you pay these prices? Did you make those sacrifices? Right? Whether it's financial sacrifice, if you are living in a part of the world where you need to pay for your health care, or you need you to pay for your day-to-day living, and you haven't taken the time to really making sure that you are understanding the importance of financial literacy, right? Whether you want to, because a lot of people out there want to start dreams, they have stuff that they want to achieve, but they have never taken the time to sacrifice the instant gratification so they can start to saving to fund the dream. A lot of people save to fund the lifestyle, right? But they won't save to fund their dreams. And a lot of people might say, I can't afford to do this dream that I want to achieve. I can't start that business. I can't do this, right? So what you find in life, a lot of people will save to fund their lifestyle, but very few people is willing to save, to sacrifice, to fund their dream, right? And this is what TOPFORM is about. So life, whether it's relationship, right? You might have some people out there that's not really nurturing relationship, as the wise man once said. I think it's Jim Rohn, every garden must be tended. Some people isn't really willing to give up and the compromising and just to nurture good relationships, so they have people who can see them at the best and see them at the worst. So whether it's when you're sick, you need somebody to see you at your worst, to help to nurse you back to health and strength, right? So life is going to ask you, where are those people in your life, right? It's even if you're dead, you need somebody to make sure you are being buried properly, your wishes has been right. So and that's the beauty of life, the sacrifices that life requires. You cannot get away without life asking you, did you make these sacrifices? Did you tend every garden? Did the friendship garden get tended? Did the family garden get tended? Did the relationship with the kids, the relationship with the wife or the husband or the right? That's the beauty of life. The financial lessons, you have to make sure that you learn these lessons and you are willing to sacrifice these lessons. And this is what TOPFORM is all about. To be on TOPFORM is to be in peak physical fitness, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, economically, because every a chain is as strong as its weakest link. So if you look up in the dictionary what it means to be on TOPFORM, it says to be in peak physical fitness. We have taken that phrase and we are said, if you are going to be representing TOPFORM, this brand is all about every facets of life, everything, right? Because a chain is as strong as its weakest link. So you talk about to be on TOPFORM is to be in peak physical fitness, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, economically, all everything, because every discipline affects each other. So we're not here to tell you, all right, you are going to be looking physically fit but mentally weak. No, you are not going to be physically and mentally, but you are emotionally not available or emotionally weak, right? Or you're not going to have those three strong, but then you are financially, you are not really in financial shape, right? Because there's no virtue in being poor. So it's about understanding these things that life requires and how do you get your ducks in rows, right? And that's how you end up on TOPFORM. And this brand has been going on for 3 years and some months, and I feel because the brand has those core building blocks and those core building that those principles are building into, has been built into the brand. That's why the brand has been doing so well and the brand has been around fast. Let's be honest, it is a very hard playing field to be in when you start a new clothing brand. But I feel like for me, my lessons is the philosophy of the brand has been tested, right? The name, everything of the brand. What makes this brand? Why would I want to be associated with this brand? Right? And this is why Nike here would have said just do it, and this is why they always seems to capture the victorious moment, the moment of triumphant, right? Nike will always show the athlete that triumphant moment, that overwhelming joy of achieve what I've set out to achieve. Top farmers just want to capture that essence. I've sacrificed it and I've earned it. I have earned the right to feel good. I've earned the right to celebrate. I've earned this moment of just feeling like all the struggles, all the ups, all the downs, right? Everything as just an amount top farm. And that's the essence you get when you wear this brand. All right, it's a beautiful brand. The philosophy of the brand is important. Your philosophies in life is important. Nothing will make the difference in your life more than your philosophy. Because if you think you don't have a philosophy, then you have a philosophy. And this is why Top Farm is founding principle and philosophy is Top Farm will to power. Went as far as saying, make the sacrifice, pay the price. A wise man that's wiser than I would say I am. Said the greater the sacrifice is the greater the reward. He who sacrifices a lot will achieve a lot. He who sacrifices a little will achieve a little. So if you haven't sacrificed anything in life, just stop and check whatever I sacrificed, what have I been sacrificed so far. And if you have achieved a little, then you just need to look at the sacrifice that you have made. Because if you sacrifice a lot, you'll achieve a lot. If you sacrifice a little, then you'll achieve a little. Life is not designed, right, to give us what we want, but to give us what we earn, right? So it's not about don't turning up, as a wise man said. Don't turn up with your needs, turn up with your seeds. Plant them. Because it's all right. While mankind can tell how much apples, how much seed is in the apple, they can't tell how much apple is in the seed. Right? So you plant one apple seed, you get a tree, and it's countless. Like, wow, that's the beauty of life. Make that sacrifice, because when it comes back, it has to multiply. It has to multiply. And the man from Galilee said it best. As you sow, so shall you reap. So when you're going through the struggles and you're feeling down and you're feeling like I've got nothing more to give, or all your energy has been used up, and you just dig deeper, you just keep putting, because that's going to come back tenfold. Yes, you're going to be reaping in abundance because you're sowing in abundance. And that's what Top Farm is all about. So if you haven't heard about the brand, you check out www.topformwear.com. All right. It is that clothing brand, right? We are in that space. If you look, it said Top Farm will to power. All right. Yes. And that's why we are going to be that's why we are here 3 years, and we're going to be here generations to come. All right. Because that's the mindset. That's the philosophy. And that's what we set our seal to. All right. The greater the sacrifice is the greater the reward. Top Farm. Here we go.